Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem on the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 334, Part 4, Ishmael ben Fabi, the Parable of the Banquet. But Jesus, who is at least 20 years younger than he is, and head and shoulders over him, makes him sit down again, laying a hand on his shoulders and ordering, "Stay, Ishmael. I want to see the man who is looking for me. Let him in." A dark-haired man comes in. He must be about 40 years old, but he is as swollen as a barrel and as yellow as a lemon. His half-open lips are violaceous, and he is panting. The woman seen in the first part of the vision is with him. The man comes forward with difficulty because of his disease and because he is afraid. He in fact sees that he is being looked at with such evil eyes. But Jesus has left his place and has gone towards the unhappy man, taking him by the hand and leading him to the middle of the room, in the empty space of the U-shaped table, right under the chandelier. "What do you want from me?" "Master, I have sought you so much for such a long time. I want nothing but health, for the sake of my children and of my wife. You can do everything. See in what a state I am in. See in what a state I am. And do you believe that I can cure you?" "I do believe it. Every step, every jerk is painful, and yet I have traveled for miles and miles looking for you, and I followed you also by cart, without ever reaching you. Of course I believe. I am surprised that I have not already been cured, since my hand has been in yours, because everything in you is holy, O holy man of God." The poor man is puffing and blowing owing to the effort of speaking so much. His wife looks at him and at Jesus and weeps. Jesus looks at them and smiles. He then turns round and asks, "You, old scribe," he addresses the trembling old man who was the first to speak, "tell me, is it lawful to cure on a Sabbath?" "It is not lawful to do any work on the Sabbath, not even to save a man from despair. It is not manual work. The Sabbath is sacred to the Lord. Which deed is more worthy of a sacred day than get a son of God to say to the Father, 'I love and praise you because you have cured me'? He must do so even when he is unhappy. Hananiah, do you know that your most beautiful wood is on fire this very moment, and the whole slope of the Hermon is bright in the purple flames?" The old man jumps as if he had been bitten by an asp. "Master, are you telling the truth, or are you joking?" "I am speaking the truth. I see and I know." "Oh, poor me, my most beautiful wood, thousands of shekels reduced to ashes. Damn, cursed be the dogs that set it on fire. May their bowels burn like my wood." The little old man is in despair. "It is only wood, Hananiah, and you are complaining. Why do you not praise the Lord in your misfortune? This man is not losing just wood, which will grow again, but his own life and the bread for his children, and he should praise the Lord, while you do not. Well, scribe, am I allowed to cure him on the Sabbath?" "Cursed be you, him, and the Sabbath. I have more important things to think of." And pushing Jesus aside, who had laid a hand on his arm, he rushes out furiously, and he can be heard shouting in his clucking voice to have his cart. "And now," says Jesus, looking around at the others, "now will you tell me, is it lawful or not?" No reply. Eleazar lowers his head after moving his lips, which he sets again, shocked by the cold atmosphere in the hall. "Well, I will speak, asks Jesus. His countenance is imposing and his voice thundering as usual when he is about to work a miracle. I will speak, and I say, man, let it be done to you according to your faith. You are cured. Praise the eternal God. Go in peace. The man remains dumbfounded. Perhaps he thought that he would become as thin as in the past all of a sudden, and he does not think that he is cured. But I wonder what he feels. He shouts with joy and throws himself at Jesus' feet and kisses them. Go, you may go. Be always good. Goodbye. And the man goes out, followed by the woman, who turns round until the last moment to greet Jesus. But, Master, in my house on the Sabbath? You do not approve. I know. That is why I came. You are my friend? No, you are my enemy. You are neither sincere with me nor with God. Are you offending me now? No, I am speaking the truth. You said that Eleazar is not obliged to keep that old woman because she does not belong to him. But you had 2 orphans who belonged to you. They were the children of 2 faithful servants of yours who died working for you. The man with a sickle in his hand, the woman killed by too much work, because she had to serve you both for herself and for her husband, as you exacted from her, in order to keep her. In fact, you said, I made the agreement for the work of 2 people, and if you want to stay here, I want your work and the work of your dead husband. And she gave you that, and died with the child she had conceived, because that woman was a mother. And for her, there was not even the compassion one feels for an animal about to give birth to its little one. Where are those 2 children now? I don't know. They disappeared one day. Do not tell lies now. It is enough to have been cruel. It is not necessary to add falsehood to make your Sabbaths hateful to God, even if they are free from servile work. Where are those children? I do not know. Believe me. I know. I found them, one cold, wet, dark November evening. I found them, starving and shivering near a house, like 2 little dogs looking for a mouthful of bread, cursed and expelled by a man with the entrails of a dog, but who was worse than a dog, because a dog would have felt pity for those 2 little orphans. But you and that man did not feel any. Their parents were no longer of any use to you, is that right? They were dead, and the dead can only weep in their graves, hearing their unhappy children's sobs, which other people neglect. But the dead, with their souls, take their tears, and the tears of their orphans, to God and say, Lord, take vengeance on our behalf, because the world oppresses us when it can no longer exploit us. The 2 little ones were not yet able to serve you, is that right? Perhaps the girl might have been able to glean, and you drove them away and denied them also the few things which belonged to their father and mother. They might have died of starvation and cold, like 2 dogs on a cart road. They might have lived, becoming one a thief and the other a prostitute, because starvation leads to sin. But what did it matter to you? A little while ago you were quoting the law to support your theories. Well, does the law not say you must not be harsh with the widow or with the orphans? If you are harsh with them and they cry out to me, I shall hear their cry, and my anger will flare, and I shall kill you with the sword. Your own wives will be widows, your own children orphans. Does the law not state that? Well then, why do you not keep it? And you defend me against other people? Why then do you not defend my doctrine and yourself? You want to be my friend. Why then do you go the opposite of what I say? One of you is running at breakneck speed, tearing his hair because of the ruin of his wood, and he does not tear it because of the ruin of his heart. And what are you waiting for to do so? Why do you, whom destiny has placed high up, always want to consider yourselves perfect? And supposing you were perfect in something, why do you not endeavor to be so in everything? Why do you hate me? Because I open your wounds. I am the doctor of your souls. Can a doctor cure a sore if he does not open it and clean it? Do you not know that many people, and that woman who has just gone out is one of them, deserve the first places in the banquet of God, although they apparently look miserable? Outward appearance does not count. It is the heart and the soul that matter. God sees you from the height of his throne and he judges you. How many he sees who are better than you, are. So listen. As a rule, always act as follows. When you are invited to a wedding banquet, always choose the last place. Double honor will come to you when the landlord says to you, "Come forward, my friend." Honor to your merit and your humility, whereas it will be a sad moment for a proud man to be shamed and hear the landlord say, "Go down there to the end, because there is someone here more worthy than you are." And do the same in the secret banquet of your souls at the wedding with God. He who humbles himself will be exalted, and he who exalts himself will be humbled. Ishmael, do not hate me for curing you. I do not hate you. I came to cure you. You are more seriously ill than that man. You invited me to give prestige to yourself and satisfaction to your friends. You often invite people, but you do it out of pride and for pleasure. Do not do that. Do not invite rich people, relatives, and friends. Open your house and your heart to the poor, to beggars, cripples, to lame people, orphans, and widows. In return, they will give you blessings, and God will change them into graces. And at the end, what a happy destiny for all the merciful who will be rewarded by God at the resurrection of the dead. Woe to those who cherish only hopes of profit, and later close their hearts to the brothers who can no longer serve them. Woe to them! I will revenge the forlorn. Master, I want to please you. I will take those children again. No, you will not. Why? Ishmael. Ishmael lowers his head. He wants to appear humble, but he is a viper, deprived of its poison, and does not bite because it knows it has none, but waits for the opportunity to bite. Eleazar endeavors to restore peace, saying, "Blessed are those who feast with God, in their souls and in the eternal kingdom." But believe me, Master, at times it is life that hinders us, offices, occupations. At this point, Jesus tells the parable of the wedding feast and concludes, "Offices, occupations, you said. It is true. That is why I said to you at the beginning of this banquet that my kingdom is conquered through victories over ourselves, not by means of victories in the battlefield. The places at the great supper are for the humble-hearted, who are great through their faithful love, which takes no account of sacrifices and overcomes all difficulties to come to me. Even 1 hour is sufficient to change a heart, providing that heart wants to change. And 1 word is sufficient. I have told you many, and I am looking. A holy tree is springing up in a heart. In the others there are thorns for me, and in the thorns there are asps and scorpions. It does not matter. I will proceed in my straight way. Let those who love me follow me. I go round calling. Let righteous people come to me. I go round teaching. Let the seekers of justice approach the fountain. With regard to the others, The Holy Father will judge. Ishmael, I say goodbye to you. Do not hate me. Meditate. You will see that I was severe out of love, not out of hatred. Peace to this house, and to those who dwell in it. Peace to everybody, if you deserve peace. This has been a reading from the Poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 334, Part 4, Ishmael, then Fabi, the Parable of the Banquet. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.